Hi everyone, welcome back to bonpi. Today is time for the October roundup. So if you're unfamiliar with that, I give some favorites from the month, I give some song recommendations, some other little bits and pieces, and then I do a little ramble session where I talk about a specific topic. So stay tuned if you're interested in hearing all of that. And without further ado, let's get straight into the favorites. First up I have this, which looks like an egg almost, but it's actually a solid perfume, like that. It's a little balm, and this is from Glossier, so this is their Glossier U perfume. And it's really heavy actually. This whole thing is made out of metal, and this part with the solid perfume actually comes out so you can refill it once you're done with it. And I've tried the Glossier U scent before and I really like it, so that's why I purchased this. And plus, I think it's so cool how you can just kind of like dab it onto the places where you want and take it with you in this sort of really stylish case. So I also just really like the scent in general, so there's this. And I have another perfume find today, which is this little bottle. It's from Andromeda's Curse on Etsy. They're this like bespoke perfume small business, and this is one of their smallest sizes of perfume, and this is Tea Ceremony. I got to try it out and I really like the scent. It's kind of funny because the order, it kept going wrong. So like the first time they left out this bottle in my order, and so, but they were super nice and they agreed to send me another one. But then when they sent the replacement bottle, it broke in the mail. So when I got the package, it was just a bunch of glass pieces and like the faintest smell of the perfume, which was really sad. But I realized I really liked it then, so I made sure that this last time I would get the perfume and I'd really enjoy it. Plus, they give out like a bunch of really cute samples. Like I have a whole box of samples from purchasing, and I think I found some new favorites here. So I'm really excited to continue supporting them on all of their fragrances, because this is just, it smells kind of like, it's like tea, but kind of sweet. It's really hard to describe, but it's really nice. And I'll leave the link in the description so you can check it out. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Glossier U perfume. It's kind of like fresh and like little, like it's got this like pink pepper. That's what people have called it. But it's also kind of clean smelling. So there's that. It's like clean, fresh, but also a little bit spicy, at least to me, because apparently it's meant to smell different on different people, so I'm not exactly sure how others find it. Next up, I have this product, which is like a hair treatment. It's from Aromatica. This is the Rosemary Root Enhancer, and I use it to refresh my hair on days that I don't wash it. So it's just like a spray that you can just like put at the roots of your hair, and it smells really nice, and it has this sort of like cooling feeling. And because it's a spray, I find that like if I like spray the roots of my hair and then I let it dry, it sort of like helps volumize the hair up again. So I find that's like a really nice product to sort of just refresh my hair when I need it. And it smells really nice. It has this like sort of like minty-ish, rosemary-ish fragrance, and it feels really clean smelling, which I really like. Next up, I have this makeup product. This is from Unleashia, and it's a glitter stick. So I got this in a K-Beauty box. Actually, I got this along with this in a K-Beauty box. It was from Picky. They do these boxes where they compile all sorts of different products, and they do it for a fraction of the cost. So I think for about like $60 US, I got 12 K-Beauty products, which is pretty insane. And this is one of the products included, as well as the hairspray. And this is a glitter stick. So if you look at it, it's like the stick that just has glitter. And this one is in the shade 6 Wee Hours, and it's like this purpley shade. Okay, wait, I'll show you guys. Let me grab a mirror. And so let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so I just put some on, but you can't really tell, so I'm just gonna zoom you in. So you can see that like I put it on like under my eyes here, and there's like this like little reflective glimmer when I look into the light, and same for this side. And I like how subtle it is. It's kind of like your eyes are twinkling almost. And this is what it looks like on my hand. You can see that really reflective glittery finish, and it's just really easy to use and sort of just like I use it on my eyes to sort of brighten them, and I like the purple color because it's not too much, it's just like slightly purple, and I think that's just like a little, it's fun to use. And then lastly I have this, which is a lip mask from Takobo. I've used their sunscreens before, and in placing another order I thought I'd pick this up. So it comes with a little spatula and it comes in this pot. It's kind of messy because I use it every night. And I have been a Laneige girl, but like I decided I want to try this one out, and they feel very similar in my books. It's kind of like that like thick, sticky-ish, but like lasts through the night type of stickiness, and also just gives you like this really glossy look on the lips. And it smells really nice. I can't exactly pinpoint what it is that it smells like. It's kind of like florals, but like a little citrusy. And you get a heck of a lot in this product. It's like 20 milliliters of product. It's kind of massive. Plus look, it's really adorable. So I have this and a little spatula on my bedside table ready to go every night. Okay, so those are my favorites, and now I have to show you the outfit today, and after that, the songs. Okay, so I turned the lights on so you could see it a little better. This is a jacket from Lululemon. It's a light puffer because the weather's starting to get cold, so I figured it's time to break out the warmer jackets. This is a sports bra by Popflex. It's Blog Gelati's athletic wear brand, and this was like their perfect sports bra, and it's really nice. I haven't tried anything like it before, and I really like it because it fits really nice, and it's got like so many ways to customize it, so you can like change how the straps look and also like how, of course, like tight you want it to go on. And then for the pants, these are straight leg sweatpants, not really sweatpants, more like track pants from Shein. These, I love how these fit. These are like my perfect pants almost, because like they're kind of fashionable, they have really deep pockets, and they just are really flowy. And no shoes today, so that'll be it. Let's go back for the song recommendations. Okay, so now that we're back, let's do my top songs of the month and also a sleep review. Okay, so for sleep, I just use my health app on my phone. So it's saying this month I have about 6 hours and 43 minutes, which I think was an improvement on the 6:30 maybe from last time. I can't exactly remember, but it's not too bad. We're getting closer to 7 hours, and ideally 7 hours is where I want to be at, but I'm not entirely sure how obtainable that goal is, so I'll be happy with this. And for the song recommendations, I use Receiptify, which is a website that sort of shows you the most listened to songs from the past month. Okay, so first off, I have Back for More, which is a collaboration song between Tomorrow by Together and Anita. They performed this, I'm pretty sure, at the VMAs, and it was really good, so I'm really obsessed. Next up, I have Ghost Town by New Rules. It's sort of this like really chill indie pop song, and I found them because they were actually making a meme about how their name is a Dua Lipa song and a TXT song, and how all their fans were finding them through their other artists, and I thought that was really funny. Next I have On My Mama by Victoria Monet, and this song, it's a dance song mainly. I listen to it a lot because I find the chorus, it's like really easy to dance to, so whenever I need like some energy, I'll play it and it'll get me like up and going. And then I have SOS by 17, produced by Marshmello. This is off their newest album, 17th Heaven, and this is an all-English song, and it feels kind of like, almost like it's like the ending credit song for something, because it's like upbeat, but it has like some part of melancholy to it almost, or maybe I'm just reading too much into it. And then lastly, I have Who by Love and BTS. This one has been out for a while now, but I rediscovered it because I found that intro part really satisfying to listen to, and I was just listening to it over and over again while I was doing my work. So that's how this ended up on this list. So those are my top 5 this month. And then now we can do the ramble. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about sort of change and the future, and how they both sort of tie into how we have an outlook on life and perspectives. So that's a lot of topics, but I promise it'll make sense. So change is such a core factor for the human experience, because our lives are so fleeting and our lives can be changed so quickly, and you never know what's going to be in store tomorrow, the next week, or the next month. So it sort of pushes us towards this living in the moment and this YOLO lifestyle, because everything could be taken away so quickly, so why not just enjoy it now? And in that way, I guess we don't look to the future very much, and when we do, we never dwell on it massively. If I think about it, what am I going to do in the future? I quite frankly don't know. I know I want to be satisfied with life somehow, some way. I know I want to have personal freedom. How I'm going to achieve that? Great question. I don't know. And other uncertainties like that sort of don't let us look too far into the future, because we know that maybe we're getting our hopes up for nothing, that something massive will change and all our plans will just go away. And having those expectations is honestly more harmful than good, because what if we really want to achieve something and because of one move or one decision, that whole thing falls apart? But I think the future is such an interesting topic regardless, because it's potential. Future is potential, and it sort of symbolizes all the things that you could become. And by looking to the future, you're being ambitious. You're saying, oh, I believe I can do this. If anything, looking to the future is this form of self-confidence. It's saying that, no, yes, I will make it there, I will do that, and that's going to work out for me somehow. Unless you're wishing doom upon your future self. I don't think many people are doing that. But often when we look to the future, we see ourselves in a better place. We give ourselves hope, we give ourselves something to work towards, and that is incredible motivation, even if deep down we know that it's either not realistic or it could all just disappear. But either way, it's something to give us hope and to give us some confidence in ourselves in the moment, and that we can grow to become something so much more. And I guess that look on life, the living in the now and the living in the future, is such an interesting combination, because I think we all do a balance of both. And it's all tied into change and how we personally view change. Because if we are willing to accept change as it comes and sort of take it and embrace it, then we're more likely to have hope in the future, because you can believe that you will be successful, that you'll be happy, even if life throws a million things at you, because you're going to take those changes and embrace it. And if, I guess, change comes a little harder to you, then maybe that future doesn't look quite so certain or quite so empowering, because sometimes change will rock you and who knows what will happen after that. Not saying that it's a bad thing or anything, it's just that how we see change and how we see the future are kind of linked, because change is happening all the time, so everyone has a view on it. And if we like change, if we don't like change, if it's sort of like middling to you, it all defines how you see yourself now and how you see yourself in the future. Because in living in the moment, it's sort of trying to push away change and saying, I like stuff now, and I hope it stays the same. That's kind of an oversimplification, actually, because I know I live in the moment quite a lot, and change sort of ties into both living in the now and sort of looking to the future. Because you can look to the future and think that you're going to embrace whatever change happens, and you can live in the now and say, whatever change comes my way, I'm just going to take it in my stride and roll with it. But I'm not going to care too much about what change happens. So one is taking the assumption that, okay, well, whatever happens, it'll be okay. And the other one is saying, stuff will happen, but I will be okay. And the difference between those two sort of is very specific, because one is assuming change will happen and one is dependent on whether change happens or not. And I guess I have both of these perspectives, as in sometimes I'm more YOLO and sometimes I'm more future looking. But I feel like having a tap on both of these mindsets and outlooks and not either leaning too heavily into either creates this really healthy relationship with change. Because, you know, you can feel change coming sometimes. I can feel it coming right now. We can all probably feel it coming. Like, we know the weather will change, that like family dynamics might change, stuff like that. We know that's all going to happen, but we're not all panicking over it. And it's like we all have embraced the change of seasons, for example, And things like that let us look to the future and think, okay, seasons are going to change and I'll be okay with it. Whereas the now version would be like a hurricane that suddenly comes and you just saying, oh well, the hurricane's here. And I guess that sort of helps to demonstrate the nuance between the two situations and how sometimes one can be better over the other and how sort of they both can work together to think of change as not something inherently good or bad, but something that just will happen and that will change us for better or for worse. And I think that is such an important thing that I've noticed, how change defines how we see ourselves in the future and in the now, and how we live life essentially. Like we live life trying to avoid change or trying to account for change. And in the end, like we can't really do anything about it. So we have these mindsets that try to make the best of change as it happens or change as it comes. So I like embracing change. I like living in the now. I like living in the future. Change is sometimes great, change is sometimes less great. And that's just how it is. That's just how life works. That's how humanity works. And the ability to just sort of understand where these things come from, why we have YOLO and future-looking tendencies, and how that all links down to change and how we see change, just feels really important to me because I'm able to understand myself a lot better, understand why I have these different habits, and how that all ties into how I see myself now or in 2 years. And I guess that's the big takeaway, that change is a constant in all of our lives, and whether we like to live in the moment and take change as it comes, or look to the future and assume change will come and we'll come out of it, is such an interesting combination of thoughts that each have their own merits and embrace change in their own different ways. So if anything, this is a sign for you to feel confident about who you are now, to feel confident about who you will become in the future, and know that whatever change happens, it's okay to embrace it, it's okay to reject it, it's okay to hate it. Whatever you think about change, it's valid, and we all have our different ways of approaching it, so don't worry about it too much. Anyways, that will be it. Thank you so much for watching. It's bonpi, and I'll see you next month for next month's review. Bye!